Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
What is that? 19! Watch 54, watch 54. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Hey, 59! Shoot! Watch the shoot!
On first down, Watson. And incomplete to open things up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Jim, let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
You don't want this.
Watson now to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Slam. Check. Lucky. Back. One. Shit. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Check 55. Mike. One. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball, defense. Check. Fresno. Showing it. Check 52.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
On third down, Mariota. And able to find Dorsett. A third down gain of 19.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Check three. Begin. Mike 55. I'm coming after you.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I'm coming after you. Check. Check four.
On second down, Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mariota to throw it. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. And his kick is indeed good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, Bush. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the twist. Alert.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1st and goal, Bush. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Try to punch it across with Bush. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. One. Check 49. Check 49. Check. One. Quick. Check. Check three.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Record. Check 24. Sit.
From the gun, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Shit is cold down here.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
I just
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Mariota. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Oh, my God!
And he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Set, 19. Let's go. Tight end left, let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Set, 19. Mike 5-4. Check pass, check pass.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Back at the 21-yard line.
Set, 19. Hey, they're scared.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. gun. Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Puts his fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. On the ground, this is Michel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
To throw, Mariota. Catch is made by Harry. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson off play action. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mariota, and he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
Mariota's pass complete to N'Keal Harry. Touchdown, New England.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology. And this touchdown will count. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the tackle, Jack Sitchie.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll hand it off to Bush. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
A give. This is Bush. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed. allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
3rd and 10 The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And able to find Dorsett. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Mariota. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Again, it's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Check 31, check 31, check 81. Check 43.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Mariota on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And Boyd has it over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. Statement after the break, they pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they